Hello and welcome. Time for a quick update, and this one's going to be that on Litecoin and BTC. And I stated earlier in a video this morning that I thought there's a good chance this would go up, and sure enough, that's the case. If it broke resistance, a significant move, and well, it might look like it might approach this 150 number, I think, is where my target level, just looking at this. Even Fibonacci, I would even think 61.8 would be a little higher than that. But I think as a conservative level, I think we could continue on further up to that point. Okay, so then, what did I like today? Or coming in? I like this low volatile day, how this high stood in there after 2 days of supporting this level, the quick follow through this hold period. And I felt it had what would be needed to break this level of resistance, and sure enough, when it did, a significant move. I've switched up this to Binance so I can see this on shorter term, and I put a line at the May 27th high, which resembles a very interesting situation for today. Of course, when it broke it went, and that's to be expected. But when we examine this even more further amongst the shorter term time frame, we can see amongst the single hour that it had one full hour where it consolidated amongst it after the pausing of this move, and then the continuation like this, the next period more pause action, and then when it got above this more shorter term of resistance, well, this is a 2.9% up hour. The previous hour was up 1.52%. 23 minutes into this hour, 2/3 of a percent that it is up. 15-minute term time frame, there we can see that break of it comes up to this resistance point, and the volatility just goes big, breaking that line, and to be expected within it. And even this shorter term level of resistance in here, it gets above the 1343 or so handle, establishes this one in between this line in here, finds support where it came from, and in here almost came back to this level, I suppose, but just a phenomenal move within it. And if we even look at this on, say, a 5-minute time frame, let me just see if I can just scroll a lot of periods. I did this video before and the volume didn't work. And that's the thing about my old microphone, is that whenever sometimes it just doesn't work. So I test it quickly. If it works, it should always work the next time. This time, I tested it, it worked, and then I did it. I didn't test it before I uploaded it, and then no sound. So I expect this one will have it because the test before worked fine. But a little bit of resistance piercing below a bit, a lot of supporting this area within this time frame for like just a decent amount of time in here. Um, and of course the breakout, just a phenomenal move. Litecoin against the dollar, we look at this on the 15. We can see this little move in here, resisted in here, big moves since then. Now back to this previous area for where it came from. And I'm going to put this to smaller candles in a bit. But key low, key high, correctionary move, and correcting within this correction move. And so far, so good amongst its move as it's approaching the 61.8% level at 126. And the session against the dollar after a couple days supporting the 18 lows, coming up in here, nice little move and getting back to this previous area of congestion, but just a fantastic situation. You establish 105 change up to 106. You break the 106. Next thing you know, it's been to 111 change, now at a 111 even. Great move. Let's now take a look next at Bitcoin. As like I'm looking at my gainers right now, Litecoin's just at the top of everything right now against the U.S. dollar, against Bitcoin, against Ethereum. It's doing better against Bitcoin, which technically should tell me Bitcoin's down against the dollar a bit, and it is. So it's a solo move more than anything for Litecoin. So I got a couple deposits. When this video is done, my Poloniex one should be done. I'm selling that for Bitcoin Cash. And then I got one going into Binance. I'm selling for Tron. And if Litecoin keeps going up, I got much more ratios that'll become live. So it's fun playing just within the trading game. But Bitcoin is just holding in there, doing really not much at all. Our time frame, it had a little bit of a move, and it's holding the 18 average of highs. So that's a little bit progressive, especially after this down, down, down move that's happened, which is phenomenal how Litecoin is recovering it. And maybe that's a pre-indicator for Bitcoin making moves in here, because when you're in a bull market, all of these sell-offs to me are guilty until proven innocent. And I don't know if we're going to have a deep correction yet on this. A deep correction to me is going to the 18, either a lot of periods through time, meaning the rest of the month of June just going sideways, or the price action coming down to meet such. It's already, I explained earlier today that every one of these periods, well, not so much this one on this timestamp anyway, but all of them are showing correctionary moves. And just going sideways for the last couple of weeks. We can see on the 4-hour term, of course, that this is a decent sideways move. We came up to these price levels originally around May the 12th. So to say it's overextended is not even, no, not even close. In fact, it's still declining on the 4-hour amongst this time frame. But as mentioned to me, all sell-offs are guilty until proven innocent. And I mean, this level of support, if it goes there, that's that long-term level that could easily, if it's ready, I don't know if it will or not, hit as a deeper support test. As you can see, it would meet up in here. Now what I've done is I've also changed my ratios a little bit. Like, why am I not into this whole Mona coin? When I take a look at this, I mean, the daily chart has just got tremendous moves. Weekly chart, now there's just too many periods, but we can see in here, I just gotta, how many markets can you say? Yeah, over the last, less than the last couple of days, we've seen a market lose more than a third of its value. Okay. And over and the better part of the last 2 weeks, in less than 2 weeks, this market is done better than double. So it's up more than double, close to triple, and it's down about triple in that short period of time. Oh, I got you. I understand. So it's been down a lot, and I figure with this high volatility, and that's what this whole ratio game is all about, is trying to get volatility. As mentioned, in the long term of this movement, just nice up and down, choppy overall action. It's in the middle part of this. It's neither long term overbought or oversold, because there's the upper part, there's the lower part. Although the log scale on this leaves a lot for me to be desired. Either way, again, it's down over 2/3 of its value from the high. I got in at the 25 handle, as I got in, I think, up here. 1745 makes sense. I think I got in before the breakout here. And now it's up to 29. So you know what? So be it. That's what markets do. Markets go up, markets go down. I'm going to trade this with Neo. And that would be, that'll be that. I don't think there's really anything else for me to go over. Litecoin is just making it's doing its thing. I mean, ApeCoin, I talked about this all the time before, but I mean, it's nowhere near my sell order. And nothing for me to do here until it gets there. Nothing else. Komodo's up 4%. What's going on here? This is a nice setup. I really like this. This has got the potential to go. I'm hoping that Litecoin can go, that this waits before it breaks it. Maybe in the next couple, 3 hours, Litecoin goes way up, because then I can sell some Litecoin for Komodo. Then Komodo go up the next day. That's the ideal thing I like to see happen. Litecoin have like a 1, 2, 3 day rally, and then because it's up so much it stalls, and all the other coins I'm selling today and tomorrow for Litecoin will just go up, and then I'll just buy my Litecoin back. That's what I'm hoping happens, but markets will always do what it does. This day comes back and matches all of this. We have the comeback yesterday, and now it's starting to leave it, bring it back up. That is just a phenomenal move. As far as, I'm just going to draw the 18 average of highs in here. That's see how well I can do. I'm not too good at this. And it's a little higher, but I think I can fix that by just remove. Okay, that gives me the general area of where the 18 average of highs is on the daily term, which isn't like, so this whole area of support has been supporting that very, very well. And amongst it, you got resistance in here, nice little support. Resistance, and I'm always, like I say all the time, I always want to see it hold a higher level than it did before. So I want to see it hold here from this move, which it did. This move, okay, well, why don't we hold somewhere in this congestion area? Well, this is where it held, which is within somewhere of that congestion area. Now this one here, I'm like, well, why don't we hold in here? It never did, but it technically did make a higher low. And it didn't break down, so that's still fine. This one in here, it didn't make a higher low, but we got this important one. So now let's talk about holding this area. It held and stayed above it because there was a brief period of time in here in which it went below. But it, meanwhile, held the 18 average of lows each this time, spending three periods going sideways in this green period here. From the green period up move, we have this breakout, which is now testing this previous area. So now I want to see it hold this little area here. I got so much this drawing in, so let me just redo it. So yeah, now like 1925 area is where I want to see hold. And of course the 18 average of lows, that's 1880 right now. That's, I mean, every single couple of those other times it went down to it, that's also be it. But this period was a sideways move. And this one here, how much time's left? 26 minutes left in a 4 hour. So two sideways moves in a row. So this has a lot of good potential, I think, moving forward. Thank you for tuning in. I got to end this video because my deposits should be ready to go. But does it really matter? Because am I selling Litecoin at this price? It's pulled down a little bit. No, it doesn't matter because I'm the least I want to trade for the. I guess my Tron one I could do, but not really. I want at least in here because I do think it's going to go higher. So. Yeah, I'm probably going to wait a bit. Maybe play the market off a bit, see if I get a better price. Worst case scenario, I can always send my Litecoin back. So, well, I guess I do this. Let's just take a look at possible price action. It is overextended, but it's got the potential to, of course, be more so. And with that being said, 15-minute time frame. This green moves and this red candle's on less volume in here. I like the comeback that we're seeing in here. 5-minute term. I think I sell for a break above this resistance. Just go one by one. I'd probably sell my Tron first. Sell for Tron. So if it goes to like say, I'm just speaking to myself at this stage. But if it goes to like 146, 14 in this area here, sell it for Tron and then maybe a nice little move. The next one is to sell for Bitcoin Cash. But I got 4 or 5 other ones against Litecoin as well. And I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.